This channel has posted a lot of videos already talking about the RT-PCR test na isa sa mga travel requirements when you do domestic travel or traveling within the Philippines. Pero how about naman yung travel na patungo sa mga iba't ibang bansa or traveling abroad? Ano ba yung mga bansa na nagre-require din ng RT-PCR test as a travel requirement? This video will talk about the 4 countries na nasa Middle East na merong RT-PCR test requirement, no? Before ka makapasok sa kanilang lugar. Etong information na ito ay galing po sa Philippine Airlines. So if you want to know the details, please watch the whole video. Hello guys, welcome to Denzi TV. This is a public service channel providing you with important updates and information related to current events and domestic travel requirements. Please subscribe to this channel if you need such information, and don't forget to hit the notification bell and select all so you can receive all the updates as they come and you won't miss anything. Before we discuss the travel document requirements, let me just show you na meron na po tayong mga links na nakalagay po sa video description. So sa baba ng video, please click po the show more button. Okay? Para makita nyo po ang video description at dyan po nakalagay ang mga detalye ng video as well as ang mga links ng mga importanteng posts, information galing sa channel na ito. So dito po matatagpuan yung mga links for different requirements, travel requirements for domestic destinations. So, kung ano po yung na-post ko na before na mga requirements para sa isang specific na lugar, ay nandito na po. So, instead na tanungin nyo pa sa akin sa comments kung anong requirement ng ganitong lugar, check na lang po the video description kasi baka nandyan na yung mga requirements para hindi po masayang yung oras nyo and you can directly, immediately get the answers to your questions. So please po, do not forget to check the video description sa lahat ng videos nang titingnan nyo sa channel na ito. Thank you. First on the list is Kuwait. So ano-ano ba ang mga dapat tandaan if you are traveling to Kuwait? First, of course, they require a negative RT-PCR test result issued within the previous 96 hours prior to departure. So we have to examine the requirement carefully. So unang-una, they need a negative RT-PCR test result. So swab test ito, issued within the previous 96 hours. So 96 hours is 4 days. So ang validity ng iyong test result ay 4 days after it was issued or released. So issuance po ang start ng counting, hindi yung pag-take mo ng test mismo or the conduct of the test, kundi yung pag-release ng result, magbilang ka within 4 days, valid pa rin yung iyong RT-PCR test before your departure. So please take note of that. They also have a sort of situation here wherein they conduct a random test upon arrival doon sa Kuwait na airport for the 10% of the people in the flight. Okay? And this will be done upon request lang naman. So this might not happen all the time. So upon request, if requested, they conduct random testing for the 10% of people upon arrival. So please take note of that. Para naman sa mga pupunta ng Qatar, ano ba ang mga dapat tandaan? Okay, may category po tayo dito. So for passengers from low-risk countries. Okay, if your country is considered low risk, okay, yung RT-PCR test na requirement is upon arrival na sa airport ng Qatar. Doon ka na mag-take ng RT-PCR test. Pero saan ba ang Pilipinas dito? So if you are from the Philippines, you belong to the other category. So hindi po low risk ang Pilipinas, sad to say. So dahil nabilong tayo sa hindi low risk, meron tayong hotel quarantine pagdating mo ng Qatar. Okay, pero good news pa rin kasi hindi mo kailangang magdala ng test result. Okay? Walang sinabi na magdadala ng test result, kundi pagdating mo sa Qatar, meron kang quarantine. Okay? Ika-quarantine ka doon. And on your 6th day, you are required to take a PCR test. So, ang ibig sabihin nito, yung mga people or passengers from low-risk countries, take the test lang, wala ng quarantine. Pero yung mga other countries, including Philippines, may quarantine, and after 6 days, you have to take the RT-PCR test. For those who are traveling to Saudi Arabia, ito naman po ang mga requirements. Or isa sa mga requirements lang to ha, testing requirement lang itong dinidiscuss natin. Kasi I'm sure marami pang mga other requirements for Saudi Arabia na mga documents no, that you have to prepare. So for RT-PCR test, okay, negative result, of course, should be conducted or should be provided. It must be done not later than 72 hours before the scheduled departure to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So, ang dito po, 72 hours, that's 3 days. Validity of your test result conducted from a verified laboratory. O, teka lang, ano ba yung verified laboratory? So, unang-una, it's a DOH accredited laboratory. Pero tanungin nyo pa rin. Okay? If you are planning to get a test going to Saudi Arabia, you have to ask the laboratory kung saan ka man magpapatest kung ito ba ay acceptable for Saudi Arabia travel. Baka hindi tanggapin, no? Baka mapili yung baka choosy si Saudi Arabia at meron siyang identified list of laboratories lang na dapat mong puntahan to get the test. So, better ask this muna bago ka magpa-test. I-ask mo yung laboratory kung tatanggapin ba yung result nila for Saudi Arabia travel. Okay? So, ang sinasabing 72 hours dito ay hindi po yung result na issued gaya ng nasa Kuwait, kundi 72 hours from the time the test was taken. Kung kailan ka sinwab, doon magsisimula ang pag-count ng 72 hours. So, medyo stricto to. Maliit lang yung parang interval no for the validity of the test. Kasi paano kung ma-delay yung result na pag-release? Yun yung problema. So, dapat you need to always be alert and follow up, no? The laboratory para mailabas agad yung result kasi ang counting ng validity ay nagsisimula sa the time the test was taken. So please take note of that very important information. And the fourth on the list, okay, a Middle Eastern country that requires RT-PCR test is the United Arab Emirates. At ito po ang mga reminders. The negative COVID-19 PCR test should be no later than 72 hours before departure. Okay, so hindi po ito 4 days, kundi 3 days lang. So, mas konting interval lang to, gaya ng nasa Saudi Arabia na requirement. Okay, and meron din silang reminder for all UAE residents, GCC citizens. Ito yung mga Arab states din in the Persian Gulf, ito mga GCC or Gulf Cooperation Council, and tourists arriving to the XB and DWC. These are 2 airports in Dubai. Okay, so we'll need to do a pre-travel PCR test, irrespective of the country they are coming from. So if you are a UAE resident, GCC citizen, and tourist, okay, all tourists arriving to these airports, kailangan meron kang dalang PCR test result. Okay? Before departure na test result. Kahit saan ka man galing na country. So please remember this, okay, for your next flight. At yan po ang 4 countries in the Middle East that require RT-PCR test requirement. So this channel will also post other countries that require PCR test. So abangan natin yung mga updates na yan. So parang first lang ito of that series, no, of countries that require RT-PCR test. Thank you so much for watching the video. This has been Denzi TV at your service. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you will receive all the updates as they come. Thank you so much po and have a nice day.